Welcome all as we congregate to the greatest toy line in community, ever growing, ever changing. As we collect and adapt these figures to our own imaginations and embrace the fun, there's much to learn, especially if you're new to Mythics. Hello and welcome to another episode of New to Mythics, episode 83 with my new friend Omar Muniz. Hello.
Hey everyone, how you doing?
How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. This is awesome. I really appreciate
I know it's kind of out of the blue. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hit up Omar.
it. Yeah, that was great.
No, I really Omar's up to.
Surprise. Good surprise. I appreciate it. I really do.
No problem. I get in the habit of having my friends that I've had on over and over again, and it's an easy conversation because we just talk and it's fun. But I really enjoy talking to new people that I mean I've seen your name like in chats or in on the shows and stuff like that, you commenting and stuff. So I had heard your name, but I didn't know you, and then I ran into you at
Legion's Con, the bear hug heard around the world. Yeah, I remember
that. Like, I'm hugging this guy right here.
And you know what? That was awesome because I had traveled for 18 hours driving straight. I left at 3:00 from Orlando with my friend Josh. Mm-hmm. We drove straight through. We had just gotten there, and you were the first person I saw. And I was like, Greg, it's Omar. How you doing, sir? You gave me a big old hug, and I was like, okay, this weekend's going to start pretty good.
That's right. That's how we do it.
That meant a lot, man. I appreciate that.
Of course, man. I was happy to see you. You're one of the first people I saw. I saw my buddy Brett, and then I went back to my car, and there's Omar. I'm like,
yeah. I was just getting out, and it was cool because right when we got there, the hotel let us check in right on time. We got there right at 9:00. The hotel was great. Those people were awesome. So
let the party begin.
Yeah, and then came G-Con, and after that was it. That was it.
How fast did that go, though? It went so fast. Dude.
Super fast. It was funny too because when I came down from my room, I walked around. I walked through the hallway and I saw all the banners, and I'm like, man, I'm here. I'm at Legion's Con. This is
real, awesome. Right?
Yeah, that's when it hit me. That's when I was like, this is for real.
This is your first.
Yeah, this was my first.
Okay.
My absolute first. And I'm walking through the hallway and I see this little line, and I look at my buddy, I look at Josh, and I said, oh, dude, we did this. And we like fist bump each other. We're like, oh man, the line's nothing. And then Curtis Ackerman comes around the corner. He says, hey guys, you guys got to go to the other line. This is for interns. And
shit.
So we walked around the corner, and as we're walking around the corner, the line's all the way down to the end of the hall by the glass doors.
There was dudes sleeping. I saw guys sleeping.
Yeah, that's what I heard. And we got there. We got all the way to the end of the line, and that's where I met Chris Polanski, and he gave me like the button, new. New to Legion's Con.
Yeah.
I met Jeremy Govier. I talked to G. I mean, we just stood there. We were all just chit chatting, just like, and I didn't even know half of these guys, and we're just like talking. And that was the best part. That was the best part about it, was just standing in line waiting to get into G-Con.
I love that, like, you cannot know anybody, but you know them, and like you're just, I'm Omar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're just amongst friends.
It was great. And then when we got to G-Con, you were sitting not too far away from where I was at. They brought the chairs in because there was no chairs.
Right.
And everyone was like, come sit down. I'm like, man, I've been sitting down for 18 hours. I'm going to stand, right? But like, I don't remember the gentleman's name. I think his last name was McTavish, the guy with the curly mustache.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. He's offering me beef jerky, and I'm like, oh, this is great, dude. I appreciate it. And then you offered me to sit down next to you, and I'm like, okay, man, I felt like after like 20 minutes, man, I felt like I was at home. That's awesome.
How it is, dude. Everyone is cool.
I was shocked.
Yeah, I
was shocked.
That's his community, man.
Yeah.
The guy that loaned me his charger, I didn't know that guy. I
Oh,
still don't
that's right.
know.
That's right. That dude was standing right next to me. Yeah,
I
that's
don't
right.
know who that guy is.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
phone, I didn't charge my phone for some reason. I thought I charged it or something, and it didn't charge. And I was like, shit, what do I,
You know, I don't know who he was either, but we were like looking at the phone, like enlarging
yeah,
the pictures of G-Con, and we're like looking at it together. We're like, oh, dude, look at that, or look at this. I didn't even know who he was, but
yeah,
I mean,
he
it was
loaned me
great.
his charger. I put it in
Yeah,
my pocket and
yeah,
was charging my phone. But yeah,
yeah,
that's his community, man. Little Guesagway, Greg
yeah. He was
McTavish,
funny.
everyone.
Josh, the guy I was with, he was talking to G, and he's all like, man, that dude is short. I was like,
He's compact.
yeah, he's compact. There you go. Yeah.
He's all heart. He's one of
No,
the
but that
nicest
dude, no, it was
dudes.
really nice, man. He just came up and started talking to all of us, and we're
He'll do
like,
anything for you.
yeah, yeah, that dude was really, really nice. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm glad, man. I'm glad that you guys had a good
yeah, it was
experience.
fun, and I look forward to Legion's Con 2026. I'm not gonna miss it.
We got 11 months, bro.
I know, man. It's
No
too far away.
problem.
Too far away.
Ah, before you know it, it'll be here again. Before you
Yeah,
know it,
well,
I'm gonna be like, how am I gonna?
we got other cons coming up too, so
Yes, and
yeah,
that's and I was thinking about that the other day. Like that's how I get my fix of like
yeah,
seeing my friends picking up some cool figures is
yeah.
the other cons,
Are
and
you
they're
gonna
as
be at
big.
ZoloCon? Are you
Oh
gonna be
yeah,
at
ZoloCon,
So also
Toycon,
you're
New
there.
Jersey.
I'm
Oh,
gonna,
what? You're gonna be there?
yeah, man. So I convinced my wife because it's only 3 hours away from my in-laws. So she's all like, "Oh yeah, we can visit my parents," and I'm like, "And we could go to ZoloCon, and then we could do this, and then come back to your parents." And she's all like, "Perfect." So I'm
Like,
going to
babe,
ZoloCon.
where'd your money go? What, babe? What's that box in your car?
Exactly.
What?
She's all like, "Are you sure? Because all the money you spent at Legion's Con, are you sure?" I was like, "We'll be fine.
We'll
We'll
be
be
all
fine."
right. It's
Yeah,
just money, It's
yeah,
my
exactly.
happiness is worth way more than the money
Exactly.
that
And
I.
I want to go out and hang out with you guys and,
Yeah, man,
I've never been to
dude,
ZoloCon and it's
it's
new and, you know,
it's epic, dude. Like
yeah.
that, and I say this to the people that will actually watch this show. I'm sorry, but I'll say it again. ZoloCon is like Batman Begins, where he's driving the tumbler in that giant that underground. That's what because it's the ZoloCon is underneath the casino hotel. So it's like
Oh,
it's not underground, but it's like underneath or under the hotel. And so it's just like this giant, huge area. And it's just, dude, every toy you could think of.
that's awesome.
Vintage,
Because
new stuff.
I did get a room at the Stardust. I think
Okay.
that's the hotel, right?
I don't know the name.
I think that's what it is because I clicked it
Yeah.
on the web
Oh
page
yeah, the
and then it
link that
took me
they
to the
gave you.
Stardust. And that's not
Yeah.
bad too. It was like 149 bucks a
It's
night.
not bad,
That's
dude.
cheap, man.
My
Yeah.
only I think his name is like Mike Zolo, the
Uh-huh.
guy that does ZoloCon. And then there's a lady that does it with him, and I forget her name. Really nice lady, pretty lady. They do a good job, but the only thing with that hotel is there's nowhere to hang out. Like you're spoiled from Legion's Con where you have these loud couches, chairs,
Right,
places.
right,
There's
right.
outside, there's a fire pit. This
Mhm.
place, nothing. There's like the casino floor. Like there's nowhere to hang out. So there's a hotel just down the street called the Element. And that's where the studio, that's where they rent their rooms there. And there's like a cool
Okay.
couches and like a cool lobby.
So
And we were hanging out.
is that where you guys all go? Is to the Element afterwards?
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
okay, all right, it's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. We'll caravan over there,
All
but
right,
it's
cool.
literally like a few blocks
Oh,
away.
awesome. Is
But
that where you guys all stay, or do you guys stay at?
no, I'm not. No, I stayed at the casino, but
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
like we went downstairs to hang out, and there was nobody. There
Because
was nowhere
it's a
to go.
casino. It's a
We're like,
casino, right?
where are we gonna go? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
went to the lobby. We found out that everyone was hanging out at the Element, and it was
Okay.
just a cool hangout. It was just like a nice kind of lounge area with
Nice.
tables and couches and
Nice.
TVs on and stuff. So it was cool. It was cool.
Nice. And my wife will be with me, and this is all new to her. So she's not a toy collector, but she supports my hobby, and that means
There
a
you
lot.
go.
So
What about Josh? No Josh?
Josh can't go this time, and it's unfortunate because he wants to go, but we're going to try to go to Toylanta
Okay.
together, and then we have MegaCon down here. That's not
Yeah,
really, so we're going to go to MegaCon,
that's
um,
okay.
and then Legion's Con for sure. I'm
Yeah.
gonna Toylanta for sure and ZoaCon for sure. I'm gonna try to go to CarverCon. I can't guarantee I'm gonna be able to go. I'm gonna try.
Ohio's a ways, man. That's a
Yeah,
hike for you.
yeah, that is kind of far away.
Yeah.
But this time we're flying to ZoaCon. We're
Yes.
not
Yes.
driving,
Yes.
so we're flying, and then we're
Just
gonna take my in-laws' car and drive up to Prussia or whatever, New Prussia
yeah,
or
King
whatever
of
it is.
King of Prussia.
King of Prussia. That's it. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Just leave a little area, just a little empty spot in your suitcase
yeah,
for
man.
some nice little
Oh yeah.
figures that you want to,
Oh, I can't
or
wait.
you can ship them. You
I
can
can't
ship
wait
them.
for that exclusive. That one ZoaCon
Yeah.
exclusive is awesome, man. That
Grim.
execution. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Grim. That's
He's
gonna be
cool.
awesome, man. Oh god,
And maybe there might be a
baby
touring
drop.
figure.
Yeah, the touring
Maybe.
figure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's not a promise. It's not a guarantee, but we
what
will
do you think
see.
it's gonna be? I'm hoping
It,
female barbarian,
you
but
can't. I do too. Dude. Yeah. I
yeah,
mean, that's my number one until I saw Delphina. And so now I'm like, give me a female Valiant Knight. Just a
that would be
basic
cool. Yeah,
female Valiant. Like, dude, I'd wet
yeah.
myself. I'd be but they always
Knight's your guy, right? That's your figure.
yeah,
That's like your traveling figure
yes,
too, isn't
yes,
it? Okay,
yes.
all right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. The Valiant Knight is I love knights, but Valiant Knight is probably my
that's your guy.
all time.
Yeah,
Yeah. But I whatever they you know,
right.
you could say, Omar, they're gonna have an octopus with 8 swords, and I'm like, I don't know. And then I'll see it and I'm like, okay, I'll take
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
take 2.
You'll be all over it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
same
that's
here, man.
just
It doesn't matter what they make. It could be a
doesn't
blob with
doesn't
eyes, and I'll be like, "This is
yeah,
fantastic."
yeah. This is fantastic.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a Mouse King. What?
Yeah,
Okay, I'll take one.
I'll tell you what, the Mouse King. I'm going to be honest. For me, figure of the year,
Really? I
brother.
don't have it yet, and I'm mad.
Oh,
I ordered it. I ordered it all in.
oh,
And
I got 2 of them. I have one still in the box. The other one's hanging up right behind me. You see my little,
nice. Yeah,
yeah. I'll tell you what. When you get it and you open it,
I
you're going
can't
to
wait.
say, "I hope you get it before you do your top 20 this
I
weekend."
know.
Because
I don't have
it's going to be in
notification.
your top 20. I'll tell you right now, it's going to be in your top 10.
Okay. I might have to revise it. I might have to be
Yeah,
like, guys, update Mouse
that
King.
figure, and I was shocked because I only buy one figure obscura a year. Each one
Really?
that comes out, I only buy one of each.
Oh, okay.
This year I bought 2. This was the first time that I bought 2 figure
Yeah.
obscuras of the same one, and I was like, "Yeah, no,
Yeah.
this is amazing."
It took me a second, and usually, almost always, it takes me a second to kind of absorb what it is. Like Curtis
Yeah,
is like, oh, I buy it, and then I figure out what it is after I buy it. But
right.
like, I will like, and maybe that's why they have a second drop sometimes,
Hmm.
because I'm like, So I
Yeah,
think because I'll hesitate, unless there's been very few where I'm like, buy, 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 buy. Usually I'm like, because I'm not sure. But
it took
like,
me a while to get into figure obscura.
yeah,
Um, and yeah, and I'll tell you the whole story in a bit, but how I got into Mythics and everything. But
yeah, for sure.
it took me a while. But once I got into Figura, I was like,
Yeah. Some people, that's their favorite.
Yeah,
That's their favorite toy line
yeah.
of
Then
the Mythics.
my Figura Obscura shelf is there. You can only see the bottom shelf, but the next
Yes.
shelf is the Halloween shelf, and the top of that is the gods. So
Nice.
I have it all there.
Those Egyptian gods are.
Man, those are awesome.
I almost kind of feel bad that Toth was only for the people that were there.
I almost missed it.
I did.
Oh, you missed it?
I missed it. I have it. Jason Straz was kind enough to, because I was kind of whining on my Saturday show. I'm like, I didn't get one. I didn't buy it. And he's like, hey, I
Yeah.
got an extra. I'm like, PayPal,
Because
I'll take it.
when I walked into the store, there was lines going out the door, so I
Oh
waited
yeah,
later.
stupid.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. And when I finally got into the store, I was looking for Enoch because I wanted an extra Enoch. I had a couple, but I wanted an extra one. And I was looking for koi because I'd seen people
Yeah.
walk around with koi.
Oh,
So I
okay.
go, I got to get my koi. And then Josh is like, I'll give you my koi too. And I was like, cool. So I got two kois, which was awesome.
Nice.
And then I was going to look for an Enoch. I couldn't find Enoch. So I'm like, Enoch must be sold out. So I'm looking everywhere and all that. And I was like, so I just grabbed the koi. And as I'm walking out, I turn around and I see Top. And I'm like, whoa, wait a second. What is this?
I didn't even see him. I walked right by. I was like,
Yeah.
psh, 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 psh.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
saw it in the peripheral. I'm like, okay, there's Bastet and Anubis, and didn't even, I saw the colors and just kept walking.
It didn't register.
Yeah, because I was like the third. I was
Yeah.
like the third person in line for the figure fair, so I was like one of the first people to see.
Okay.
And so I knew like where they were going to put like the table drop. If there was one, I knew where it was going to be. So I walked like straight there and I saw it was koi and I was like, oh, and it was like figure obscure for me. I had to and I didn't buy it. I bought one for a friend and then Enoch was right next to him. And so I grabbed an Enoch for me.
Yeah.
And then I left. And I don't know, was Toth next to? I don't think so.
It was koi, and then it was Toth, and then it was Enoch.
I must have been like,
and the legendary barbarian. I'm sorry,
I saw
koi,
that. Yeah,
it was koi, the legendary barbarian. No, it was koi, the legendary barbarian, Toth, and then Enoch.
Dude, I didn't even see him.
I grabbed the legendary barbarian, and I grabbed koi, and then I went to grab. There was no Enochs, and I was like, oh. And then as I'm walking by, I see it, and I'm like, oh, what is this? And then I looked at it.
You didn't get an Enoch because they had some, but it was one per. So they must have had like a case.
Yeah.
And they burned through them. Like that figure's gone, dude.
Enoch is gone. It's gone. And I had when I first bought Enochs, I think I bought like 4 of them. Mm-hmm. And no, I bought 5. And I ended up selling 1 and trading 2 for a Keltis. I traded 2 and a Sir Elijah to Hank Gasperson for a Keltis.
Yeah,
I was like, you can have as many Enochs as you want for Keltis. I was like, whatever you want, man. So
name your price. Let's do this.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that's a worthy trade.
Yeah,
sure. I would do that trade
in a heartbeat.
Hank, if you got an extra, call me up. Yeah, I was just thinking. I would love a Keltis, and I'd love an Uncan. It's just
the cheapest Uncan I've seen is like $350.
Yeah, yeah. My friend Jackie, she got one for like $250 somewhere. Like it was at a shop, and she was just like,
that's good. Yeah.
I'm like, you're not gonna find that ever at that price. You know?
Did you ever get a Rhaegor? I know you were looking for.
No, never got a Rhaegor. But I haven't really I'm kind of letting my wallet recover before I really start to really hunt down those old ones, because I know they're gonna be there at some point. Like I'm not like Terrence is on a quest. Terrence
is all he has left is Uncan. He got everybody else.
Yeah. And I could do that, but it's like I'm looking at all this good new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I know the old stuff, like you run into it, you go to a con and look, there's,
Mm-hmm.
But I'm very cautious when it comes to so the Barbarian was there and Enoch was there, Koi was there. And I'm like, when I was at Legion's Con, I'm like, I'll pick up a Barbarian. I mean, an Enoch, but I won't get a Barbarian. Because I don't know what else is going to be here. I got to make sure that I've only got this chunk of money right here.
That's it.
I want to make sure that I get, what I really want, and not things that I'm like, ooh, there's a Barbarian. Because you could grab that and trade it, you know what I mean? Or sell it or whatever.
My wife surprised me because I had a certain amount of money that I was going to go and spend. And before I took the trip up there, she gave me an envelope full of money that she had saved up for me to go to Legion's Con and buy toys.
Man, that's a good woman right there.
It's a great
Yeah.
woman. And I was like, wow. And that's how I had my Legion's Con. I mean, I ended up getting 18 Armory Knights. 18 Armory Gladiators. So
nice. I got 2.
You got 2. Yeah.
I got 2.
The parts sold out really fast. So
oh man,
I got lucky. I got lucky, but at the same time, I made sacrifices. Oh yeah, no, that's awesome.
This guy right here.
I need to get one of those tunics, man, with you on it.
I'm working on it. Yeah, I just talked to the awesome guy that makes these action figure armory. He's got some like printed with like dragons and
that's
different
awesome.
griffins and things, but he's like, I'll make you some. I'm like, yeah, dude, I would love that because I'd love to give them away.
Yeah, that's
like
awesome.
At shows and things like that.
Because I got like I got this guy. I ended up getting him.
Oh yeah.
With the skull, and I have all of the skull parts, every single one of them. I have all of
those pauldrons are fire right now.
All these pauldrons. I have all the pauldrons, the gold. Yeah, these are amazing.
You could trade just for those pauldrons. I traded a hedgehog. What is it? Where's it at? I had those pauldrons, and I traded him. What did I do with it? I just had it. Anyways, I traded him these legs. The silver.
Yeah.
So because I wanted one more pair. I bought these legs and the black ones I just showed.
The black ones, yeah.
Yeah, that's all those, because these are the ones I wanted the most.
Yeah.
And I knew that I was going to be busy. So I'm like, I'm going to get the 2 that I want the most. And I got these 2. And I was hoping to go back and get another black set and another silver. And they were gone. Dude, they were gone at Enter.
Really? Because when I went through once, and then I went through again twice, and then I went through again 3 times. That's how I got myself. By the time I came back and I went through like 4 or 5 times, those parts were already gone.
Gone, baby.
Yeah.
Gone.
Now
I want to get one more black armor and boots. I want to get one more set, and then I'll be happy.
That's awesome. Those same legs that you traded to, or that you gave to Rob, I gave to Joseph Connors.
Okay. Yeah.
And so he traded me that tunic for.
Yeah.
That
looks so good, dude.
I know, dude. That is so awesome. So he gave me that tunic for those legs. I was like, yeah, brother, here, you can have as many legs as you want for his soft goods.
Good trade.
Yeah. It was a great trade.
I love trading with friends, man.
Yeah. It's so awesome.
It's
so awesome. And I have a lot of exclusive parts from the Armory, and I am considering putting them up for trade or putting them up for sale. Because I do have a lot. I got more than I need, man. So I'm just still trying to figure out what I'm going to do yet.
You got any metal armor and boots? You hit me up, man. I
will. You're the first.
I got some trade fodder.
You got it, man. You'll be the first. I hit you up.
So let's go back, man.
Okay.
What did you collect when you were a young Omar? What was your
like I told you before we came on air, I'm a little older than I look, so I'm going to age myself here when I tell the story. But
mid-20s, right? Mid-20s?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm 27, 28.
Yeah,
that's when I stopped counting. Right. So my mother, I grew up with a single mom, and she was always about, I want you to be happy, and it was about toys. And so for me, the Fisher Price Adventure People were some of the first that I started collecting. They were awesome, man. And that's why Fisher Rice is my favorite Cosmic Legions figure.
Awesome.
Yeah. But I had the Adventure People, and then she took me to go see Star Wars, A New Hope. Mm-hmm. And when I got out of the theater, my mom took me to, I remember we stopped at Woolworths on the way home, mm-hmm. and they had on the rack, they had R2-D2, Chewbacca, a Stormtrooper, and the Tusken Raider. Mm-hmm. My mom bought me all 4 of those.
What? She got you all of them?
All 4 of them. And after that, I just started playing with them, and Star Wars was the thing for me. It was all about Star Wars, man.
Changed my life.
Star Wars, you're right. It changed my life too. and it was about Star Wars, and nothing else could touch Star Wars
Mm.
until I got to middle school. And then came Masters of the Universe, Transformers, and G.I. Joe.
Mm-hmm.
And then when G.I.
The
Joe came out,
trifecta.
oh man, that was it. When G.I. Joe came out, when Transformers came out, I remember we were at this store called Best,
Yeah.
which is not around anymore. You remember
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Okay.
We had a Best in
Yeah,
California.
we were in Best, and they had an awesome toy section. Best used to have a
Yes.
toy
Oh,
section.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was awesome. And I remember I ventured in there with my little brother and my mom, and we saw the Transformers for the first time. And she bought me Hound and Starscream.
Ooh.
And Starscream was always my favorite Transformer to this day,
Yeah.
besides Ironhide. Ironhide was always my other favorite. And then she bought my brother Sunstreaker and Sideswipe.
Nice.
And when we started playing with Transformers, that was it. We started collecting Transformers. But then G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
We had a Lionel Playworld and a Toys R Us right next to each other where I lived in Miami. Lionel Playworld, Toys R Us, G.I. Joes all the time.
All
Masters
day.
of the Universe.
A wall.
Master walls of G.I. Joe. Masters of the Universe. It was just
stocked.
Oh.
Wasn't those the good old days?
Oh man. There was nothing like going to a Toys R Us or a Lionel Playworld or a KB Toys and walking in there and seeing something you were looking for.
Everything.
And you're like, boom, done.
Stacks.
Oh man. Those were the days, dude.
Man.
This online shopping stuff is all nice and cozy, but it's nothing like toy hunting, man.
Just going there and just everything is there, man. Just
so my lines were Star Wars, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Masters of the Universe. I collected wrestling figures because I was a huge wrestling fan. I still am. So I collected wrestling figures. And then after that, let's see what else. And then after that I stopped collecting toys when I went to college for a while. Because when you all go to college, we have
a lot of us, we take that break for a while. And I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's the age that we are, the toys kind of took a decline, or figures were not as popular, or maybe we just didn't pay attention. I don't know.
Yeah, I think for me it was I was so busy with school. I was in theater. I was I used to do radio broadcasting out in California. I was I was a sports radio broadcaster for
what part?
San Bernardino.
Okay, yeah.
San Bernardino and Riverside. I was out in that area.
Right.
Yeah, there was a radio station called K-Men 1290, and I did a lot of sports talk radio there.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, it was cool. But I got to do theater in school, which was neat because my teacher was, because I was out in California. I lived in California for a long time.
I'm from there.
Yeah, I was. I lived in Santa Monica.
Okay, beautiful.
I also lived in the Inland Empire, like Upland and Ontario and that area. Yeah. And so I went to school at Chaffey College. I went to school at San Bernardino. And then I ended up going to radio broadcasting school to finish off. Went to culinary school in Pasadena once I decided to leave radio. So I had a great time out there. But California was awesome. I mean, I wouldn't want to live there now. It's too expensive, and it's just kind of
expensive. Yeah,
that's a little too much. But California was great. But when I was out there in that area, that's when I started getting back into toys. I would go to like Toys R Us on Wednesdays when I knew they restocked.
Yes, that's right.
So, yeah,
you know the day.
Yeah, man. So I would go and restock, and then that's when I started buying like the Toy Biz, X-Men, Iron Man, Fantastic.
They were cool, man.
They were awesome.
Light years ahead of like what we collected as kids, man.
Yeah,
blew me away.
Yeah, I mean, I got out of the G.I. Joe when they started coming out with the what was it, the Captain Planet looking dudes, and
they had weird colors, kind of.
Yeah, I got out of that, and when they came out with Ninja Force, I wasn't all into all that stuff.
I mean, I would look and browse and be like, that's not me anymore. I didn't.
And then the Transformers turned into plastic. Remember, they used to be die-cast metal, and then they turned into plastic. And for a while, they were kind of funky. You know,
Yeah.
they're cool now, but I try not to go down that rabbit hole anymore with Transformers. But so I did that, and then I always collected comic books. Also,
Me too.
comic books was my thing, and then wrestling figures. I never stopped collecting wrestling figures because I was
Hmm.
just a wrestling fan. But I started slowly getting back into toys, and then after that, I stopped again for a little bit until the pandemic. And after the pandemic hit, the floodgates were open.
A lot of people have said that. Like
Hmm.
they were just kind of looking around wanting
Yeah.
to collect something.
Hmm.
And you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. So after that, that was it. I mean, I collected Marvel Legends. I think most of us have collected Marvel
Oh
Legends.
yeah.
So, and I collected DC McFarlane. I
Mm.
collected Masters of Universe, but I stuck with the Masterverse figures, like the new Eternia and the
Hmm.
that I didn't go back to the original ones. Um, and then uh, and then my wrestling figures, and I kind of stayed with that and GI Joe Classified. I had all the GI Joe Classified, so I went back to that, and after that, then I found Mythic Legions and Cosmic Legions, and that was the end of that.
How did you discover those?
So it at I think it was SuperCon in Miami. There was a vendor there, and I don't know if it was Bits and Buttons or it was I can't remember who it was, but they had some Mythic Legions figures there, and I
Hmm.
think at the time it was the Coliseum wave. I had
Hmm.
seen Rhaegor and Halmir and a few others. The orc, call it the Coliseum orc, which
Yeah.
I thought was an amazing figure. I was like, man, that's a really cool figure. And so I'd seen those, but the prices that they had on it at the time, they were like $60, 50,
Yeah.
$60. And I'm buying figures for 17.99, 19.99, and you're looking at them, you're like, I'm not spending that money on those figures.
Yeah.
So as cool as they
That's
were, yeah,
pricey.
oh yeah, they were pricey. So as cool as they
Plus, it was
were,
a vendor too, so I mean, they're gonna up their price. It's a
yeah,
con, maybe.
yeah. I think it was just some independent guy or whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah, and I was looking and I said, I don't know if I can, I don't know if I can do that. So I didn't buy it. Um, and then during the pandemic, I traveled a lot at work. I was a chef. I ran 6 different cafes in 3 cities. So I drove around a lot for work. And funny thing is, this is how small of a world this is. Chris James used to work at the same place that I did, and I used
Really?
to feed him, and I didn't even know it, and he didn't even know it. Yeah, yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
yeah, yeah. So, but but I used to travel around, so I would start listening to YouTube and just listening to stuff. And on my algorithm, Dave from Displaying Model Behavior showed up on my algorithm. So I started listening to him because I was collecting Marvel Legends, So I was like, yeah, So I started watching him, and then you know how YouTube is. You start watching him, then another toy YouTuber
Right.
comes up. So it was Kyle Peterson. Kyle
Oh,
Peterson,
oh, dude, I watched that guy so
I
much.
love Kyle Peterson, dude.
I do too.
So yeah,
You
so
mentioned wrestling, and I was like, I wonder if he watches
and,
Kyle
and
Peterson.
and that's why I started watching Kyle because of the wrestling figures. So
How
I'm
does he
watching
have
Kyle.
room? Like that guy buys so
Oh my
much
god.
shit.
Oh my god.
Like
I know.
his weekly haul is
It's
like his
crazy.
is like you can't even see him above the boxes of
His weekly haul is my
crazy.
3 month haul.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, it's nuts. So, I started watching Kyle, and he had a whole bunch of good reviews and everything, and then he reviewed a few Mythic Legions
Right.
figures. So I remember watching that, and I'm like, oh, those are pretty cool, but I was like, still, no, they're too expensive. So then the algorithm then hit me to Nerdzoic and Big Nerdy Matt.
Yeah, big nerdy. Yeah.
Okay, so I started listening to him. And then he came out with a show that talked about Mythic Legions and how pricey they were on eBay.
I
He had like
I
a top
remember
10
that
list.
video.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I watched that, and that completely like scared me away. I'm like, there's no way these birds are $300 and this one dude's 500. I'm like, no,
Right. You're
no
like,
way,
I'm not
right?
collecting that.
Yeah, I was like,
For
no
one
way.
figure? You're crazy.
Right. So then he had another Mythic Legions video where he talked about how he bought his first Mythic Legions. It was Malleus, and he was talking about Malleus. And then he talked about the cabal. And he had like how easy it is now to get into Mythic Legions, how to do pre-ordering and stuff like that. And I listened to him, but I was still a little, hesitant about it. And then I watched a video of him talking about Cosmic Legions. And Cosmic Legions, there were only like maybe 22 or 23 figures deep.
Yeah.
So I was like, I can do that. Because he talked about the lore and he talked about like all the different factions and all that. And I remember I had just walked out of a sales meeting and I was in the car and I'm watching him and I'm going, you know what? I think I'm going to buy a couple of Cosmic Legions. So I bought High Warden Slog. I bought Thygar, Sexy Thygar, the one without the shirt.
Sexy Thygar.
Sexy Thygar. He's still one of my favorites. I bought Zirian Spire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was a cool figure. And then I bought Canix Ball. So those were the 4 first figures that I bought. And when I got them, I was so amazed with the detail and just the I'm not an articulation fiend. So for me, I don't need to have double jointed this and that. And they don't need to be posing like they're in a ballet or anything like that. So for me, I thought they were perfect. And I got enamored with them. And BBTS was having like a 20% off sale on all the figures.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, well, you know what? Maybe I'll pick up a couple more. so I went back there after about a week and I picked up 4 more. So I'm not the kind of person that buys one figure at a time. I do it at least in 2 or 3 figure increments.
Right.
That's just the way I am. I don't know why. I just don't like just buying one figure. So
yeah, you don't want to be by themselves,
Yeah, exactly. I don't want them to travel by themselves. So I've got those. I bought 4 more, and then I ended up buying 4 more like a month later, and then 4 more. I think within 3 months, I ended up having almost all of them. I think the only ones I was missing were the 3 Sphexians. Those were the 3 that I waited till the end because appealing wise, like their bugs and stuff, I wasn't really that like, oh yeah, I got to get the bugs. Even though I love Starship Troopers, that's like one of my favorite movies.
Oh, it's classic.
Starship Troopers. Oh man, that's like one of my favorites. I watch it all the time when it comes on.
I need to rewatch it. It's been a while.
That's a rewatch. Yeah, all the time. And so, and I love Starship Troopers, but for some reason, the Sphexians were the ones that least attracted me. But I was still going to get them. I was like, I'm going to complete the set. And so that's when Big Nerdy Nerdzoic opened up his store. So I was like, he's been a good brother to me. I don't know the guy personally, never met him before, but he's helped me out a lot with my collections. And so I was like, I'm going to buy from his store. So I went on his store, and at first his store had everything mixed up. Like if you went on Legions, it was Cosmic and Mythic were all mixed up. It wasn't Cosmic here, Mythic here. It was all jumbled up. So I went to go get the 3 Sphexians, and I'm going through, and then one figure caught my eye, and that was Thrace Wraithhaler. When I saw Thrace, I looked at that figure, and I was like, that's one of the most beautiful figures that I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, she's eye-catching.
That was stunning. That figure was stunning.
Yeah.
And I looked at it, and I'm like sitting there going and staring at it for a minute. And then, when you have the angel and the devil on your shoulders and they're like whispering in your ear, they're like, get it. Like, no, you don't need it. Get it. You don't need it. I'm sitting there like contemplating it. And I said, no, I'm going to get the Sphexians. That's what I came here for. And that's it.
Oh, wow.
I bought the Sphexians, and that was it. The next day, I went back on Nerdzoic, right? And I'm like staring at the figure. And finally, that's when I said, I was like, I remember him saying, go to Source Horseman. So that's the first time I visited the website.
Okay. Yeah.
And when I went on the website, I saw the Mythic Legions and I saw all of the figures, and it was very overwhelming.
So many. Yeah.
It's overwhelming. And it was scary actually, because I was like, I cannot go down this rabbit hole. But I went in there, and the Poxes wave had just come out not too long before. So Poxes was like all over the place. And I looked her up, and I read her story, and then I looked at all the different pictures, and then I'm trying to justify why I want to buy her, and then trying at the same time to tell myself, don't do it. So I didn't do it.
Really?
A couple days later, I went back on there again, and I looked at her, And finally, I said, okay, I'm going to pull the trigger. So I'm going to buy her, but that's it. But of course, I can't buy just one figure. I got to buy at least two or three. So as I'm going through the list, I run into the Dark Templar Knight.
Oh yeah,
I love Templars.
that's one of my first figures. Was the Dark
Yeah.
Templar.
That figure, I don't care how plain it is and what Legion builder, that figure alone is just,
Great.
oh, it's
Yeah,
awesome.
it's great.
So I said, all right, you know what? It's a good price. Let me throw that one in my
Mhm.
cart. And then I ran into the Gladiator, Legion builder. And the Gladiator, I'm a Gladiator guy. I'm a Barbarian guy. I'm a Knight guy. Excalibur, Conan the Barbarian,
Oh
Gladiator,
yeah,
my favorite movie,
you're
Spartacus.
talking my language. Yeah,
Yeah, man. Those were so I said I want that Gladiator. So I got the Gladiator. So those were the first three Mythic Legions figures that I got. And
nice.
when they came in and I opened up Thrace, buttery smooth. I didn't have any issues with the knees. I know some people had some issues with the legs and all that. I didn't have any issues. I stared at that figure probably for about half an hour, just playing around with it and
Mhm.
looking at it. And I said, this is one of the most stunning figures
Oh, for
I have
sure.
ever seen.
And
And
they look so good on the
oh,
shelf.
oh man. Even my wife had said, wow, that's a pretty figure. I was like, I
Yeah,
know, right?
the the cloak,
Uh-huh.
that purple cloak,
Oh, the cloak and just the hair and the blue and
satiny,
the
and
eyes. The eyes is what got me. I was
yeah.
like, so after that, I said, let me look and see what else they have. And so
They had you, man. They had you.
it,
They hooked you in,
was
man.
like it was like quicksand, Greg. I was at
I'm telling you.
the harder you fight, you sink
Telling you.
faster. You're just sinking faster.
Because
So
you find yourself starting to like browse.
yeah,
You know, you're on Source Horseman,
yeah,
then you're on, Big Bad Toy Store, you're on these different sites, and you're just kind
yeah,
of just I'm just looking, I'm just
yeah.
browsing around.
Exact. And then when I looked again, I saw another figure that caught my eye, two of them, and that was Attila and Gorgo Etherblade.
Hmm.
And I said, I got to have these two guys. So I bought the 2-pack.
Hmm.
And I ended up buying also the demons, Azar and
Hmm.
Zazar, because they were a good price. And I was
Yeah,
like, I'll buy these two. I'll just throw them in there for whatever. And then I saw my collection start growing. It went from 3 figures to 7, then from 7 to 10. And then there was an in stock sale in July of 2024, because this was all in the beginning of 2024.
hmm,
There was an in stock sale in July of 2024. And I remember they had like the Aerithia wave, the Alithia wave, the reinforcements wave, All
right.
Stars 4 and 5, and a bunch of other figures. And I was a rookie. I didn't know how fast these figures went in an in stock sale. I didn't know that it was, lambs to the
It's no
slaughter.
joke. Yeah, I mean,
Brother, yeah, man.
people are grabbing.
It was Black Friday back in the old days when people used to wait in line out for the store,
Oh
before
yeah.
they opened the doors. So when I got there, I remember I was in a sales meeting and I excused myself at 11 o'clock. I said, I got to excuse myself for a minute. So I walked out, I walked outside and I got on my phone and I went on Store Horseman. And right at 11 o'clock, I put Alithia, Aerithir, the reinforcements wave, went to checkout. By the time I got to checkout, Alithia and Aerithir were gone. So I said, enough of that. So I went back. I got All Stars 4 and All Stars 5, the reinforcements wave, and a couple of straggler figures that were there. I
Right.
think Gallman, Demistros, and a few other guys.
Yeah.
Vorgus Vermilius, that was another one that
Right.
I got.
Good
And
one.
so, yeah, so I ended up getting 20 something figures
Hmm.
in the in stock sale. And then after that, that was it, man. I mean, I was in the hole. I was
That was it.
I was
You're
done.
done.
I was
Yeah.
done. Yeah. I
Yeah.
started collecting figures and that was it.
I love that they'll let you know like is what is coming,
Mhm.
for their sales. They'll say this, barbarian and this figure and this figure and this figure, and there might also be stuff that they're not telling you that's going to be there, but they don't really say quantities. They might say, Jeremy might be like, very limited, low stock, grab it and go, grab
Yep.
it and you got to be quick. So you
Yeah.
gotta know, you gotta have a plan ahead of time.
Well,
Like
now those in stock sales, man, I'm right there. Boom,
you
boom, boom,
got
boom, boom, boom,
have
out.
your card,
Mhm.
Cards already in the
I'm set.
system,
I'm done.
ready to
I'm
go.
ready.
You're
Oh, yep.
signed in. Yeah, you're
Yep.
not a rookie no more. You know now. You got to make moves. You got to have a
I
plan.
I go like this, man. It's like
Yeah,
that. Boom, boom,
yeah,
going fast. So,
yeah.
but that first time, that's when I got those figures, and I remember opening them up, and that's the first time I got a troll, the
Mm,
Forest Troll, because I think he came with the All Stars 4.
hmm
And then a whole. I remember I got Sir Owain. I thought Sir Owain was the greatest thing on the planet. Sir Godfrey was another one. I love Sir Godfrey.
Oh
And
yeah, Sir Godfrey. Yeah,
oh,
I love the Templars.
oh yeah, there you go, Sir. I love Sir Owain.
Classic,
So good,
classic.
such a good figure.
Yeah,
And so I ended up getting those. And I was a big night guy, still am. But I have my phases. I went from knights to orcs, from orcs to barbarians, barbarians to skulls, um, and then I love the shadow elves. They just don't make a lot of them, so
yeah.
I
They're fantastic, dude.
I love the
Yeah, I've
shadow.
got
Malachi Cinderhorn is one of my favorite figures. Yeah, yeah, they're awesome,
just
dude.
the colors.
The colors are they pop, man.
It's like a blues and
Yeah,
purples. I got a Darla cape on this one,
yeah, that's
but
awesome.
just beautiful. And then the colors are just
That's awesome.
they're underrated, man.
They are.
The elves don't get a lot of love.
They don't. They don't. Silona's flock and the shadow elves. That's why when they came out with Misha Cinderhorn, I was like, okay, this is going to be cool. And then they have that extra shadow elf head for Kaipacha,
Yeah.
so that's going to be cool too.
hmm
But yeah,
hmm
but I that's after that I was in Mythics, and then I started dwindling down my collections on everything else because Mythics is an investment.
It's an
So,
investment,
oh yeah,
but it's worth it. You don't feel cheated. You don't feel like
nope,
you know.
nope.
No, it's it.
I've
You're
had
getting
Right, you're getting exactly what you pay for. You're getting
yeah.
your money's worth. I've had one QC issue, and they fixed it right away.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's every toy line. They're gonna have issues. They're gonna have problems, but they will sort you out. The only time is if you buy it from a different party. If you get it
Yeah,
off of eBay,
yeah,
they won't. And I don't blame them. You know,
yeah.
you didn't buy it from them, but
No,
any
no,
other situation, they're usually
yeah,
but no, you never feel cheated with this stuff.
mhm,
And I think nowadays they know that because of tariffs and all that stuff that's going on, um they know they're going to charge you more, but they're going to pack that box filled with hands, heads, face plates, swords.
just the soft goods alone.
Yeah, look at Sir Enoch, look at Sir Elijah, Sir Gideon, the
Sir
stuff that
Enoch,
you're getting.
let me tell you what, Sir Enoch, for the price that you got him back when he first came out, even for what people are selling him for, he's worth it.
He's worth it.
With everything that you get, he's still worth it.
Yeah. You see that guy that posted today? He's like, I'll take a Sir Enoch for $55.
God
People are
bless you.
like, yeah, I'll take one too.
God bless
Where?
you. Good luck, man.
Sounds good, bro.
Yeah, good luck, brother.
I mean, maybe you project it, maybe there, and maybe
Yeah.
somebody, you
Bless
never
your
know.
heart,
But
man.
yeah,
Maybe someone will help you out, man.
innocent fool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's crazy because there's certain figures that are just he's become a Grail now.
Yeah.
He's going to be a Grail figure
Yes.
because
Sure.
yeah, he's going to be a Grail figure.
And
You know,
it's for a good reason. I think people realized how good the figure is, and they're like, I need this figure,
and
and
everyone needs a Sean Connery
oh,
in
for
the toy
sure,
line.
yeah,
Yeah. And he also
yeah.
looks like the guy from Indiana Jones, the Grail Templar Knight.
Yeah, he's got the hand like
Yes, yes.
you have chosen wisely.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get that, Man,
I know,
I'm
man.
getting older,
I'm
so
telling you, if I grow my beard out, it's gonna be the same. It's gonna be all white.
yeah. But I'm glad that you're here, man. I'm glad you're part of
Oh,
this
I'm glad I'm here
community,
too. Thank you.
and it's been a positive thing for you. You're having a good time.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
am.
because when you first start, it's complex, like the ordering, the waves, the G-Con. You're like, what is this? Like, it takes a while to understand, the pre-orders. And because I remember I love Robo, and I would watch Robo, and he would be like, I don't know about these Mythic Legions figure. I can't figure out, their pre-order model, or how they, and when do I order? How how long does it take? It takes a while to
Yeah.
figure out, how things work within, the studio and all that stuff. So once you get it figured out,
Yeah.
it's worth
Well,
it.
he looks like he's into it now because
Oh
I've,
yeah,
I've
we
never
got
met
him.
Robo, and I never watched Robo until this past year. And I started watching his Saturday news
Hmm.
YouTube
Yeah,
episodes, and yeah, that dude knows that dude knows his stuff. He's funny too, man. He's very
yeah, I like
very
his
charismatic guy,
personality.
man. Yeah, very. I
Yeah,
saw him at Legion's Con. I didn't talk to him, but I did see him at Legion's Con.
he's very approachable.
Yeah,
He's a good guy. He's been at the last two.
yeah,
We're interned together, and
yeah.
yeah, really good guy.
But no, the community has been. I'll tell you what. I'm not a Facebook guy, and never have been.
Nothing wrong with
Um,
that.
yeah, I have a Facebook page. I hardly update it, and the only time I watch Facebook is to see if people got married, people died, people
Right.
got a new. I mean that's basically what Facebook was for me, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So and or seeing how people have aged, and you're like, oh my god, what happened to that person?
Yeah,
So
jeez.
right,
We're the
right.
same age? What the
No,
hell?
exactly. And so that was the only thing I used Facebook for. My wife is on Facebook all the time, so
Mm,
she's Facebook queen. But I remember watching Big Nerdy, and then the algorithm led me to Bill from Dork Lair, so I
oh
started
yeah.
watching Dork Lair, and then that algorithm led me to Toy Bro, so I started
Yeah.
watching Jared and Toy Bro, and started watching their reviews on all the figures, and that they helped me like choose which ones I wanted
Right.
first, and I went from there. So they
Yeah.
were a big help too. Again, I've only talked to Bill through chat, and that's it. I've never really talked to him in person, but he helped me out a lot through to the Mythic Legions, and the same thing
Very
with John.
helpful.
Oh
He's a
yeah,
really good guy. Really good
absolutely.
guy.
And so and that's how I was able to like pick and choose which figures I
Yeah.
wanted first. Um and yeah, and then from there, but the Cabal was one thing that I hesitated joining just because Facebook groups and just groups in general.
Right.
I, see, I'm a very shy person, but once I get comfortable in my surroundings, I don't shut up. I'm once I'm comfortable, I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
good. But I'm the type of person that will, if I go to like one of my wife's Christmas parties or something for her job, because she's in the medical field, I'll stand there and I'll look around and I'll like scope out the entire room first to see who is cool and who's not cool and who
Right.
I can talk to and who I can't talk to and joke around with. That's the kind of person that I am. And then once I feel comfortable, then I
Yeah.
can open up. So for me, the Cabal was something that I hesitated for almost an entire year before I joined. I joined in January of this year.
Oh
Um,
wow.
but I was part of. I started collecting Cosmic Legions in January of 2024, and then I started hitting Mythics around May of
Mhm.
2024, May or June. It was around my
Mhm.
birthday time, which was around June. So yeah, it was about June. And then I waited probably 6 months, and then finally I said, you know what, I'm going to join the Cabal. And so I went on there, and then right away people started meeting people, and I started talking to them, and then like somebody like Brent Rager.
Yeah.
I
Dr.
mean, I didn't
Brent.
even know him, and he offered to get me pick me up a legendary barbarian. I
There
was
you
like,
go.
dude, you're the man. So it was just talking to people and getting to
I,
know
I
people, and
remember him saying that he was, yeah, I remember him saying that he
yeah,
was that at ZoloCon or
Volcon, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
I
whatever
remember
it
that.
was that they released the barbarian the first time.
Yeah,
Was it
I remember
Volcon?
that.
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah,
Volcon.
he's like, I got one for a guy named Omar. I remember that
Yeah.
because we shared a room, he and I.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
just out of the blue, because I had
he's
said,
a
I was
great
like, man,
guy.
I wish I could go to ZoloCon. He says, hey, do you want me to pick you one up? I said, brother, I'll give you whatever you want. Just
Yeah,
that would be awesome. And he did, and he
yeah,
didn't charge me extra or anything. I was gonna throw him another $20 or $30 and be like, here, man, thanks. But the community. Once I started talking to the community and started, Walter was very inviting. Cloud was very
mhm,
inviting. I started watching Curtis. because I started painting again. So Curtis was a big inspiration for me to get back into painting.
Right.
I used to paint little like Warhammer
Hmm.
back when I had my little Warhammer stage. I did a lot of role playing, but one thing I did do, which I forgot to say, I did a lot of role playing in college. Like I did a
Okay.
lot of RPG in college. I didn't collect a lot of toys, but I played a lot of D&D and I played a lot of Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk
Yeah, I
was
remember
my favorite.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cyberpunk and D&D and Vampire was the other one.
Mm.
It was those, and so I played those a lot. But I also did some Warhammer, and I had some friends that used to own a Warhammer store, and so
Nice.
I would just paint some figures and everything. But
It's
I finally,
relaxing too.
yeah, it is. It's cool. It's my time to do whatever. So I started getting back into painting. I did the Paint-A-Palooza at Legion's Con
Okay.
with
Yeah.
Dirk and Tanya and all of them, and Amber and all of them and Curtis, and had a great time, man. Met a bunch of people
So many
and
great people, dude.
yeah, man, it was cool. But like the cabal itself was inviting, and I think that joining the cabal is the whole reason why I went to Legion's Con. Because if I
Mm.
would have joined the cabal, I probably wouldn't have gone to Legion's Con.
Yeah, I get that. I get
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's it, you know, just how people treat you, the welcoming, and that culminates for Legion's Con. Like,
Mhm.
everyone knows everybody, and if you don't, like, hey, this is Omar, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Then everyone knows you, and we just gather, and it's just an amazing group of a culmination of just friends coming together,
It's
and
funny
that
because
that feeling of
yeah, like you could be standing looking at the Kurzog statue, which is what I was doing because Kurzog is one of my favorite ogre scale figures, right? So I'm looking at the Kurzog statue just in awe, taking pictures of it and everything. And Don Blankenship and his wife are standing like right next to me. And they just start talking in their accent, and they're just,
he's got a great accent.
oh man, I was like, you are the man, dude. And we just started talking. It was just out of the blue. We're all talking and everything.
Yeah,
And I was like, Don, I bought something from you before. It's like, oh yeah, yeah. So I mean, it was just like that. And then like Jay, I think you had Jay on like a couple
yeah,
weeks ago on your
yeah.
show. Brother, Jay and I were in line every time we found each other in line. It was like wherever line we were at, Jay was either standing behind me or I was standing behind Jay. And I'm like, what are you doing here again? He's like, what are you doing here again? Like it was every time. That guy was great, man. And his wife
Yeah.
was really cool. So, but yeah, I mean, the Cabal really did a lot for me. And then that's when I started watching shows. I didn't comment on shows at first. I would just watch them. I started watching Mythic Customs, and then after
Hmm.
that, Mythic Conversations is what
Hmm.
Jeremy turned into that.
Right.
I never commented. I watched Art by Ackerman, never really commented, and then one day I started commenting, and people responded, and I felt comfortable, and I was like, hey.
Yeah.
So I started just saying what I needed to say and commenting on the great things that they're doing. And, now I watch a lot of the shows. I try to catch them. If not, I'll watch the replay.
There's a lot of shows,
There's a
but
lot, man.
they're all different, but it's
Yeah.
like they're comforting.
Yeah.
I'll put one on and while I'm eating dinner, and I'll
Yeah.
just, my wife's like, is that Jeremy? I'm like, yeah. Or is
Yeah.
that sounds like Curtis? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just a comforting
I
kind
never
of talking
miss
about stuff that we love.
exactly. I never miss Curtis's mail call on Friday. Him and
I'm
Blake.
always working whenever he has that.
Yeah. Yeah. I
I
just get home from work in time for that.
Okay.
I don't miss the double jointed in the morning with you and Mark
That's fun.
and you on Sunday. Now I'm working on Sunday, sitting at home on my computer, and I've got you while I'm watching you, and then I'll hop on and say a few things, and then get back to work and do it. But it's
If you're ever
comforting.
not working, you can always hop on and
You tell me whenever. I'll hop on whenever you want. I don't
okay.
care if I'm working or not. I usually work from home anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. It's just
Okay.
computer stuff. It's if
For
somebody
sure.
needs something, I'm on call. But if you ever need me for anything,
For sure,
you know,
man. I
absolutely,
will I will call upon you.
you got it. But yeah, it's I don't miss that. I don't miss Jeremy's show on
Yeah.
Wednesday, and now I just started watching Legion's Ladies,
Hmm.
and I started watching Legion's Lounge. I didn't watch that before. And yeah, I mean,
You're fully vested.
I'm vested, man.
But you
I
know what
am.
I love is that the community embraces you. You
Yeah,
know,
it
you
does.
could be a lurker. There's
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that.
yeah,
You know, but like when
mhm,
you actually decide to be like, I'm here,
yep,
you don't have to promote yourself. You don't
no,
have to be like, I have a logo, I have a t-shirt, I have a I'm just me, and people are like, oh, now we have an Omar. You know what
yeah,
I mean? Does that
yeah,
make sense?
yeah,
It's like they embrace who you are.
yeah.
Like there's room for every single person that wants to be
It
someone in
is.
this community. You don't have to be on all the channels. You don't have to
Yeah,
be on the podcast. You don't have to be whatever. Just
yeah.
be yourself. Like Westegway. He's just Westegway. He's G.
He's G.
But everybody knows him.
Yep.
Everybody loves him.
Yeah. He's
He's
a
just
cool
who he
dude.
is. And I love that. Like there's room for everyone. There's
I'm gonna,
room for every show. There's room for
yeah,
every person
I'm gonna
in
tell
this
you what. If
community.
he has a watch party at his house next Legion's Con and it's Flash Gordon or Excalibur, I'm there.
Dude, I'm
I'm
telling
there.
you. I'm telling you.
I
I
am.
wanted
Yeah.
to. Yeah,
Yeah.
he said baked ziti. And I do love Three Amigos, but like you said, if it was like Flash or A New Hope
I love the Three Amigos too. My
or
brother and I joke.
Excalibur,
Yeah, my brother and I always have Three Amigo lines that we throw at each other
yeah.
all the time. Like every Christmas, every time someone opens up something, it's a sweater. It's a sweater. So we do that all the time. But
Oh yeah. Me and my
but
sister
no,
do.
but I know that him and I and Curtis and Jeff and all that, we've been going back and forth with Flash Gordon lines and everything. He's got to do a Flash Gordon or an
Oh
Excalibur
yeah.
watch along.
Gordon's alive.
Gordon's
Yeah.
line, yeah,
Gordon's
man.
alive.
So
Yeah.
that would be
Yeah, we
awesome.
were talking Excalibur last night. Were you in on that?
Oh
We were
yeah,
talking
oh, yeah,
Excalibur. Oh,
yeah. I started watching it after we were talking about it. I was like, let me put it on.
I,
So
wa-
yeah,
I watched it right before Legion's Con,
yeah,
but I might need to
yeah.
put
No,
it on
Excalibur is
again.
one
It's
of the greatest
just
movies ever made, man.
one of the greatest damn movies
I
ever.
know, I know. It
Love
still
it.
to this day holds up compared to
It
everything.
does. Yeah, there's not one part where I'm like,
Yeah,
no, it's strong all
yeah.
the
That's
way.
the crazy part. But
Yeah.
it's interesting that you said that you don't have to like have a logo and stuff. You can just be you. And that's the thing is I don't advertise myself as anything but Omar. And like for me, I have a company called Edge Comics. I know some people have heard of it, some haven't. With my brother, it's a family-owned company, but like we're doing a lot of the artwork for Quaid
Yeah.
and the Corsair.
Corsairs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So but we don't advertise or anything else because for us, we're just helping out and we're part of the
Yeah.
community and we're just we're helping a guy out like Quaid, who's a great guy,
He's a
and
great, great
oh,
dude.
great kid, man. And
Yeah.
then Terrence and I are going to help him out with the marketing and stuff like that, and so many other things this year.
Yeah.
So but it's just trying to help everybody out is what's so cool about it is people will bend over backwards to help you out in this type of
Mhm.
community. And I've seen other communities and I've seen how toxic that they can get. And
Right.
I watch a lot of other YouTube shows and I see them going at each other and always putting up, videos about them blasting the other YouTube channel and
I
stuff like
don't
that. And
get
it's like,
that, dude. I
I,
don't.
I don't either. I mean, dude, we're all toy collectors. I mean, we're all grown men and women. Let's just collect toys and have fun,
Yeah.
dude. You know?
You keep it fun. You
Yeah,
know, you don't
yeah.
need to pick each other apart. It's
No,
not
no,
necessary.
no. And for me, you know what? The toys that Mythic Legions makes, they're perfect, man. They're
Yeah.
perfect. I know a lot of people talk about articulation or they talk about this. For me, I don't need to have double jointed knees and elbows. I don't.
Nah.
I don't need them to pose like Spider-Man.
Exactly.
I don't.
Yeah. They're not going to stand up. They're not going to.
I
You
rather
know.
hop and swap and be able to do all that and keep the
Yeah.
mechanics going with those
Yeah.
than becoming too complicated.
Right.
That to me is, because like I'll show you one figure here. And I remember you guys had the Borderland Horde guys on
Oh
your
yeah.
show.
Love those
Those people
guys.
are awesome, man. So
Yeah.
I put this figure together. Look at this.
Oh man. Yeah. I wanted to pick up one of those helmets and I
These
dropped
helmets, man.
it.
Look at that's amazing. So I did a lot of popping and swapping with this.
Beautiful.
I used the Ferris and Faust and then the helmet, and I did the barbarian body,
Yeah.
and then I did the Waltor gauntlets and legs and stuff. So this is
Oh
like one of
yeah.
my
You
favorite
did
pop
some
swaps that
super
I've made.
popping and swapping.
Yeah. I do a lot of pop and swap. I do some painting. I'm starting to get a little more comfortable with that. Once I do that, I'll definitely do a lot because I bought a lot of heads at Legion's Con that I need to paint a lot. So there are some great guys over there. It's great,
Oh man.
man. These guys are so talented. But I will say this: if you ever have a show talking about what not to do at Legion's Con, put me on
Okay.
because there were a few things that I do regret that I did not do at Legion's Con that I will do 2026.
Okay. We'll have a show and we'll talk about it.
Yeah,
Do's
yeah.
and don'ts.
The do's and don'ts, man, because
Yeah.
there were a lot of do's that I did, but there were a lot of don'ts that I did.
Hey.
And I regret. There's a lot of people that I missed talking to. There's a lot
Oh,
of
for
things I
sure.
missed out on. I wanted to talk to the Euro Legions guys. They're phenomenal, and I'm a big fan of theirs. And I only got to talk to them for a little bit on Sunday,
Yeah.
and I wanted to go and support them and support so many other
Yeah.
creators. And I did other stuff.
Time goes by so fast, dude. Like you
I
have
didn't
to be
I didn't time it.
regimented.
Yeah,
You
I
got to be
didn't.
regimented
You
just
have to
to
be. You have to be.
see everything that you want to see because it's over
The
before
armory
you.
the armory killed me, and I wish that they would have ran out of parts sooner than than they did
Yeah,
because I spent so much time in the armory that I did not
yeah.
spend enough time in the main hall,
I
and
hear you, man.
I
But
regret that.
a learning experience.
Mhm.
You got to try and balance it. You know, you want to be happy with your purchases and what you got, but you also want to support or build relationships or
Yeah,
renew friendships and stuff like that. So it's
I
a balance.
I did get lucky because there were a lot of things I wanted to get from a lot of the customizers there that I ended up eventually getting after Legion's Con, contacting them and talking to them.
Yeah.
Jesse Arnold had a bunch of Shadow Circle heads that I wanted.
Hmm.
I got them from him, and
Nice.
there were so many other,
I'm sure they appreciate it too.
oh yeah, and then the Welsh couple that they came from
Yeah.
Wales, they had a custom head that I really wanted because for me, the Mercurians, and this is just my canon, my fodder, but for me, like my story, I always thought that with the Mercurians in the Gladiator games, there was always that one swarmy son of a bitch that would be
Hmm.
in charge of everything.
Right.
So they had a head that I really wanted. So I made this dude. And so I used this head right here
Okay.
for
Yeah.
that. And I used the like Valak parts and
Yeah.
armory Art Knights, and I made this guy, and I was like, this guy's like the perfect guy just to be
Hell
standing
yeah.
there, being the
Yeah.
dude up there, giving the thumbs up and the thumbs down and all that. So, yeah, exactly.
That's
So,
awesome.
but the customizers were great. Legion's Con was great. I didn't get to really meet a lot of the people from the studio.
Mhm.
Uh, I talked to Jeremy.
They were busy
Actually,
too, man.
huh? Oh, they
They
were
were
busy.
busy.
Oh,
They
yeah,
were.
yeah. But I didn't get to talk to Eric. I didn't get to talk to Corn Boy. I did talk to Jeremy because I did purchase my one thing that I really wanted, and that was a Jeremy custom. So I did get the drunken ogre
Nice.
that he had, and this
Wow.
figure is amazing, man. And
Wow.
one thing that I wanted was a Jeremy
Yeah,
Gerard.
I don't have one. I
Yeah,
do
I
not have
wanted a
one.
Jeremy Gerard custom in my
Wow.
collection, and I got that. So, and then I talked to
Nice.
Jeremy for a bit on Sunday, and
Yeah.
great guy, man. And I wish I could sit down and talk to him more, but
Oh man.
yeah, he
I
was
had
running
him on my
around all over the
show.
place. He was running
Yeah,
around all over
well,
the place.
it's his show. Him
Yeah,
and Joe. They run it, but
and his
yeah,
wife and his daughter are really, really nice too. Like
very
when they
personable,
were
very
running the
friendly.
armory, and they're like, they'd seen me there so many times that they were like, oh, so what you get this time? Oh, you're here
Right.
again. Oh, what's this? So it was cool, man.
You're like, I
It was,
got a fast pass.
yeah, but I was so it's hard to navigate when you're at Legion's Con because I miss going to the D13 table with
Mhm.
Chris. I miss going to the Glios table. I saw the sideshow, and I'll tell you
Mhm.
what, I am contemplating buying that Alithia when it comes out.
I know. Yeah,
Oh my God.
they've got her posed really nice,
Oh man.
beautiful.
There's no way
They
that I'm going to buy all 4 statues. That's too rich for my
even
blood.
that Aether
That
was.
Aerithia was amazing.
I'm not
But
an
when
Aether guy, but man, that was fire.
all of them,
Literally.
that Poxus
Yeah.
and the Necronominus. But when I saw that Alithia, that's when I said, okay, you know what? I may have to splurge and
Right.
get that Alithia.
Yeah.
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 So, but I do have some regrets. So definitely when we get closer to Legion's Con, I'll help you talk to some of the newbies and
Yes. Yes.
tell
We
them
will
what to
plan
do
that
and what
for
not to
sure.
do. Yeah.
For sure.
So
For sure. I
yeah.
sure appreciate you being on, man.
No, thank you so much for
And
having me. This was fun.
I hope you come back again.
Absolutely. Anytime. Anytime.
All
You
right.
let me know.
Yeah, for sure. So look for Omar. He will be on one of my Sunday shows coming up
Yes,
uh,
sir.
sooner than later. And
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you. And
I appreciate you. I love all you guys. I love the Cabal. I love this community. I love Mythic Legions. I love the Four Horsemen, the studio, and I
me
love
too,
you,
man.
Greg.
I love you, man.
All right, brother.
More hugs in the parking lot.
You got it, man. I'll see you. We'll
All
do it at
right.
ZoloCon.
Sounds good, man. ZoloCon. That's right. Have a good one. Thank you
You
guys
too.
for
Take
watching.
care.
Take care. Remember, friends, to always have fun, be curious, share, and enjoy what this line has to offer. Come for the toys, but stay for the friends. Good night, and thank you very much.